All right, folks, welcome. It is, as it turns out, that time again. We have on screen the Long March 10 rocket about to fly for its very first time, carrying one hell of a payload. Also on flying for its first time on the rocket is the Mengzhou crew capsule. Despite the name saying crude, today's launch is not crude. Today's flight is to validate the launch escape system, which is on the top of the Mengzhou crew capsule. In this case here, it is utilizing a launch abort tower, which is something that is still used today. Shenzhou uses it, Soyuz uses it, and Orion uses the launch abort tower. This rocket will be a next-generation Chinese rocket, which will be used to launch things, or to launch crew from China to the moon. A very, very cool, very amazing rocket, and I just cannot wait to see it fly. And so, of course, without much further ado, we continue to count down. Everything is continuing to probably look good. Not 100% sure on this. Credits for the stream go to International Rocket Launches and Spacelands, as well as BRTV, it looks like. None of these streams are mine. I'm just providing restreams of these launches with English commentary. There is no official live stream for the launch of the Long March 10 today, so this is about as good as you're going to get an official. Again, today's launch is of a brand new rocket with a brand new crew capsule, with a whole entirely new launch abort system. The purpose of this launch is to test out the abort tower on the top of the capsule. Do note that there might be ads that show up. Unfortunately, I have no way to remove them. So any ads that do show up, I am not in any way, shape, or form for or against them. The stream audio for all of this will be on mute until T0. Either T0 or... I think I'll just do a 1 minute 30 and then I'll unmute the stream audio. Fact. There we go. So that's live. And then there we go. Everything good to go ahead of the launch. Brand new rocket, brand new capsule, brand new pad, brand new everything. So, looking forward to this flight. Hello again, if you're now just tuning in. We are 8 minutes and 18 seconds from launch of the Long March 10 rocket. This flight will be validating the Mengzhou launch abort system's capabilities at max Q. This is the first flight of the Long March 10, as well as the first max Q abort test of the Mengzhou crew capsule. Today's flight of the Mengzhou crew capsule will have 0 crew on board. The purpose of this is to just test the launch abort system ahead of future manned flights to the moon using the Mengzhou capsule. China's Mengzhou crew capsule, as I previously mentioned, will be used to carry crew to the moon as part of China's lunar exploration program. It can also be used to dock to the Chinese space station, also known as Tiangong. Today's flight is from the Wenchang Satellite Launching Center in China. Long March 10 here is not the full rocket, as well as not the full pad. This is only temporary, as they are testing the launch vehicle itself. Despite the name, Long March 10 is not the 10th iteration of the Long March family. In fact, Long March 12 flew before Long March 10. The only issue with Long March flights is that the exact time of launch is not known. It could launch before T0 shown, it could launch after T0 shown. Everything is an educated guess based on windows that we are given. Due to this, it is hard to actually say exactly when the launch will occur. For any questions, feel free to let me know, and I will be able to answer those questions in the chat. The flight will not be orbital. It's going to go on a suborbital trajectory, and the capsule will splash down just moments after flight. Not exactly 100% sure yet when that is, and I don't know if we'll even actually get to see splashdown or not. However, after the flight, stay tuned on Twitter and my Discord server for video of anything if that is released. Um, and of course, with all of that said, for those who are 100% new here, um, welcome to this channel. I stream occasional rocket launches. Um, as well as sometimes Toho Project, sometimes Minecraft, and yeah. I stream whenever I can. It's not a 100% guaranteed thing that I am able to stream. However, I thought I would try for this special launch coming up. Being the first flight of a brand new rocket, I thought it would be nice to go ahead and stream. One might notice on the rocket the usage of grid fins. The grid fins on the rocket will help it steer after the abort. The rocket itself is not reusable, and neither is the fairing, which houses the Mengzhou capsule. Last IFA test I saw was Falcon. Yes, no, I remember watching that one live as well. I was playing a game on my Xbox, Sword Art Online, and then all of a sudden I saw the notification and I immediately switched it over to YouTube. I thought it was a really cool test. Falcon 9 booster exploding was crazy, and then I heard that it was the first Falcon 9 Block 5 booster, and I was just like, oh my gosh, I can't believe they did that. But yeah, no, that one was back in, 2020, was it? Yeah, jeez, it's been 6 years since the last in-flight abort test. Yeah. Well, happy that you chose this stream here to partake in, to watch history. As we now, that mark. Let's listen in. Making sure that this is. There we go.
只能试一试。我直接站这儿不就行了吗？也可以啊。我往里起来。把这个，你看那个布收回来了，要收回来吗？站这儿也可以。把它收回来了。可以啊，前方。要打伞吗？给。不急，别往后站太多啊。可以戴个帽子。
Again, we're just standing by for launch, which should be any moment now. Again, Chinese rocket launches, we don't have an exact time. We only have the window that we are given. So it's not an exact science on when these things go up. It does, however, look like some of those arms are either retracting or retracted. Again, hard to say for sure and for certain. Those orange ones still connected to the bottom. I don't know if this is planned or not. Looks like it's not. They added 7 minutes to it. Okay. So, again, this is all a test. Holds are normal. Launches don't exactly occur when you expect them. I just realized your profile picture is Dragon version 1. Oh man, Dragon version 1. What a spacecraft. Uh, I miss that one a lot. I got to actually see one whenever I went to Cape Canaveral. This is kind of cool. I didn't get to see one launch, but I saw it on display and thought it was kind of neat to see. Piece of a SpaceX history in there. They also had that Falcon Heavy booster on display, so I kind of got to see that too. And thought, again, that's just super cool being able to see all of that. Yeah, it's just like holy shit. Dragon version 1 was an amazing spacecraft. I remember watching those SpaceX animations that they released with it supposed to be crewed with an abort tower on top of it and just being like, holy crap! And then they wanted to propulsively land the Dragon capsule, and I was like, with that reusable Falcon 9 second stage, which is absurd, but I freaking love that concept as well. And then, not just that one, the air-launched Falcon 9. That one is crazy. Yeah, such different times indeed. Uh, I remember watching Arabsat 6A fly for the first time. Sorry, I remember watching the Arabsat 6A launch on the Falcon Heavy, first commercial flight of it. That was my first one to see live, not in person, but watch live on television, and that one was, I think, back in 2019 as well. Yeah, that was a great launch, amazing flight. Caught me by surprise being able to watch it live. Um, it was nice seeing it land all three boosters on that first stage, the two side ones, and then the core landed as well. But it sucks that they weren't able to recover that core booster because of the rough waves. Um, but it's just how life really goes. Can't recover everything all the time. But yeah, no, yeah, my socials should be linked. Um, all of that in my description on here if you want to hit me up on that. Okay, yes, so the upper arms did indeed open, so I was correct on that. So now we're just waiting on the lower ones to open up, and that should be our cue to unmute stream again. Because, you know, Goal, Ramsey. Assist, Gordon. The Premier League. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, the amount of Gordon Ramsay is amazing. I love it. Yeah, fucking loving my balls over here, man. This is awesome. He's not really all that nice, is it? Yeah, this is the one thing that I do that a lot of streamers that do spaceflight like related content don't. Uh I'll actually engage with chat, talk with them and stuff. You know, do all sorts of other fun stuff, and we got lag. Hooray! Fuck. Come on. Yeah, it's not being nice to me, is it? Oh, there you go. No? Again? There we go. We're counting down to the Mengzhou in-flight abort test. With not the best screen, if I do say so myself. That's great news here. United States qualifying for the 2026 FIFA Under 17 World Cup. Nice. ZH1 first stage is standing on the HOS1 for his first stage static fire test as well. Dang, okay. So there's several Chinese launches and stuff going on. Alright, 50 seconds away from the Mengzhou in-flight abort. 40 seconds. 33. Is it you? No. Okay. And that clock has been revoked. Not hearing anything. Right now, which is a little terrifying. Alright, launch is now imminent. I'll keep quiet. Let's see if we can actually see this thing go. Rose, Long March train has lifted off. Wow. Not able to see anything. So it's not... Oh! Nope! Successful abort! Successful abort! Successful abort! There she goes. Long March 10 and Mengzhou have successfully separated. Magnificent abort initiated. They are away. Looks like everything continuing as expected. View of the pad without the rocket. If you're just tuning in, we had a successful abort as planned. Rocket is now by itself. Mengzhou capsule by itself. And that is the current news that we have. It is currently not clear if Abort Tower separated or not. And it is currently not clear if we had a successful all that other stuff there, but there's again another replay shot showing the beautiful plumes of the Long March 10 rocket as it flies for the very first time. Again, extremely beautiful rocket. This is honestly one of my all-time favorites, I think, now. Beautiful plume, beautiful, just all-around design. Cannot wait to see the full version start flying. But yeah, so it looks like this is all that we're going to be able to get out of this stream. Oh, okay, here we go. Update on the launch. Stream's over, so we're just going to close that now. Update on the launch. The Long March 10A will attempt to recover the first stage during the maximum dynamic pressure test mission of the Mengzhou manned spacecraft. So those Gridfins were actually part of the rocket itself. They are attempting to catch it. First fucking try on the launch. Oh, well, I did it because that would be fucking impressive. Um, well, that is where I will end the coverage. Again, I will provide more news on my Discord and Twitter. So, yeah, I guess just stand by for all of that whenever that happens. Yeah, that's gonna be it. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching. Uh, did they lose it? No clue if they lost it or not. Um, it looks like the engines on that first stage kept firing, so they probably still have it intact, which would be insane given what happened to Falcon 9 during this kind of test. Um, anything goes. Anything goes. This isn't being caught by a tower. This is being caught by a ship out at sea. Um, let me find because I have. Here it is. Sorry, I know this is really bizarre. Um, here's a link that shows the stuff. Yeah, it looks like the engines are still firing on that first stage, so I don't know. But this link here clearly shows that it's going to try to be recovered. Um, Long March 10A. All right, well, again, from what it looks like, a successful first flight of the Long March 10A, successful abort. Genuinely curious on the rest of it. Um, so again, we'll just have to wait and find out. Highly recommend subscribing to a channel called Sci News. Huge shout out to the channel Sci News. SCINEWS. Here's their channel. Huge shout out to them. They have big archives of Chinese rocket launches on there. Um, so that's always going to be there. Um, so I'll definitely link them there so I can stay up to date on how that flight went because I'm genuinely hoping, I'm hopeful, and I'm hoping that it was a successful catch because that would be awesome. That would actually be kind of cool. But yeah, again, this is where I will end the stream. Uh, thanks for tuning in. That was again first launch of the Mengzhou crew capsule and the Long March 10. Um, link to the original stream source is in the description. Credits and everything are in the description. Um, And I linked their Twitter in there and everything because that stream was not mine at all, but I was the one providing commentary over it. So I just have to make that clear. I did not own any of the footage that was shown. All of that is in the description below. But yeah. Amazing flight. Here's to the future of mankind exploring the stars. I will see you guys all later.